Good morning, good day, good evening, depending on where you're at. This is Johnny Bunting Jr., also known as The Force. I want to talk to you. I want to uplift you. I want to motivate you. A lot of people are under stress for different circumstances, different reasons. Lack of money, lack of love, lack of housing. A lot of it is because of a lack of something. Now, oftentimes we're paying attention more to what we're lacking than what we have an abundance of. Start focusing on what you have an abundance of. It won't take away the stuff that you're lacking, but it will hopefully change your perspective of things. For instance, if you're lacking money, but you have a place to stay and you have people that love you, you can work on the money thing. You can work on that. But you have other people that's there to help you. Not saying they're gonna put money into a kitty and give it to you, but at least you are not struggling in every aspect that you can think of. All right. The man with no shoes was stressed out until he saw the man with no feet. So no matter how bad you think things are, there's always somebody in a worse position than you are. So they have a saying, count your blessings. You should look at the things that you do have and be thankful that you have those. Because if you're lacking money, but you don't lack a place to stay, you don't lack loved ones, you have a source of income. It's just not giving you what you want at the time. But what if you lose that source of income? What if you lose your family? What if you lose? So don't sweat the things that you don't have. Be thankful for the things that you do. And work on the things that you want. And like I just said, work on the things that you want. But you need to prioritize. We all need to prioritize. Because we often focus on the wants instead of the needs. And then get stressed out because we don't get the things that we want. If you have the things that you need and the things that you want is secondary, don't get stressed out over them. It'll come in time. If it's meant to be, it'll come in time. If not, hey, move on, man. Move on. I hope to motivate and uplift people, but everybody does not want to be motivated. There's some people that they wallow in their misery and they believe that that's what they should do for whatever reason. Sometimes people do some things in their life that they feel sorry for and they don't know how to get redemption, so they believe that if they wallow in pity for the rest of their life, that's their penitence. I don't believe that. If you did something that you don't like or you're ashamed of, pay it forward by doing good. In a sense, you're trying to tip the scales back in your favor by doing good deeds to outweigh whatever bad deeds. It might sound a little foreign, but if you just look at it like a real scale and say, okay, the bad deeds is weighing on one side, and now I got to pile up some good deeds to weigh, just so that I'm talking in the first person, I can look at myself as a good person while weighing the deeds and say, well, I've done more good than I've done bad, so I'm a good person. I can truthfully say that in the first person because I've done some bad deeds. Of course I have. And I've done a lot of prison time, and I came home and I've done a lot of good deeds. I've helped a lot of people. I've helped a whole lot more people than I hurt, and that's a fact. I hurt people directly, and I've hurt people indirectly, because in the crack trade, when we were selling drugs, one vial of crack may have one person getting high, but it has a domino effect on that person's family. It can have a domino effect. It doesn't always have a domino effect, because every person getting high wasn't a pregnant woman or the head of a household with 5 kids that, you know, lost a job because of getting high. You know, but some occasions that scenario will actually fit. Someone's pregnant, getting high, so not only are you affecting the person getting high, but you're affecting the unborn child. Some person loses their job because they're getting high, and now that messes with the whole household because it takes away some income. So there are a domino effect of people who are hurt by an act. Definitely with a death. Someone gets killed and you have a bunch of people show up for the funeral. They have all been affected in one way or another because of that. You haven't touched everybody in the funeral home physically, but you've touched them in some way. So on the flip side, I gave an example for bad that I'm responsible for. Now let me give an example for good. I've done speaking engagements where I spoke in front of hundreds of people. Now, these hundreds of people heard my voice, heard my testimony, heard the things that I have done and the things that I want to do, and it touched them in some way. Now, some may go home and repeat some of the things to their family, or they may do some of the acts that I said they should do and spread kindness, and that also has a domino effect. The thousands of people that have seen me online, and might I say hundreds of thousands have seen me, and if they have been affected in some way, because I've been online, I've been on the news, for good. I've been in newspapers for good. I've been in online sites and stuff for good. So the hundreds of thousands of people that have been exposed to the good that I did, that's way in my scale. So think about your scale. What can you do to put some more good on the positive side of your scale? Don't focus on the negative. Just focus on the positive. Concentrate on that and build it up and get your weight up. That's how you get your weight up on the good side. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.